Second day of science, and we are studying the lesson living world and classification of the microbes. Whenever we have started this lesson in the first lecture, I have told you what is meant by a living world. Living world means the living things where they are living. Classify means we want to classify the organisms which are present on the earth into groups and subgroups, and microbes means the minute organisms which are present on the earth. This I have told you. Now I have also told you that there was one scientist whose name was Robert Harding Whittaker. In 1969 he classified the organisms into 5 kingdoms. The first kingdom was Monera, the second kingdom was Protista, the third kingdom was fungi, the fourth kingdom was plants, and fifth kingdom was animals. Now we are going to study the particular kingdoms. In that, the first kingdom that we are going to study, that is nothing but a kingdom Monera. Now, whenever we are studying the kingdom Monera, first we have to do one of the activity. Activity is done for identifying or to see the organisms into a clear way, or to study the organisms into a very clear way. For that we have to do the activity. Now whenever you are doing an activity, you yourself have to perform the activity, and you want to see what is present in that, or how the microbes look like. The first thing is that is nothing but take a small drop of a curd or buttermilk. Here you have to take a drop of a milk, of a curd, or you can say a buttermilk. Curd is nothing but, in Marathi we call it as a dahi, and buttermilk is nothing but a taa. That you have to take it on a clean glass slide. The slide is made up of a glass and it is seen in the microscope. So what you have to do, you have to take a drop of a curd or a buttermilk on a glass slide. Then you have to dilute it with a drop of a water. You have to dilute it, means what you have to do? You have to do the dilution of the drop of the curd or the buttermilk. So whenever you are doing a dilution, you have to put a little drop of a water onto that small drop of a curd, or you can say a buttermilk. Now carefully you have to keep a cover slip. Then on that drop, the drop which is present on the glass slide, you want to keep a cover slip. You have to keep a cover slip in such a way that there should not be a bubble raised there, and the mounting should be very properly. Now you want to observe it under the high power of a compound microscope. Microscope is an instrument which is very useful in seeing the minute organisms which cannot be seen by our naked eyes, and we can see them in a compound microscope. Now the prepared slide should be put into the compound microscope, or you can say it should be placed into the compound microscope. Now whenever it is placed in the compound microscope, you want to adjust the power of that, and then you want to see. Whenever you see that the mounting shows you moving small rod-like microbes that are nothing but a lactobacillia bacteria. Many of the bacteria you can see by this type only, but the mount whichever you have prepared here, or the slide whichever you have prepared here, on that slide you see a moving, means the microbes which are doing a movement. Very small, that means very minute in structure, and rod-like, they appear rod-like, and as we know they are a microbes, a very minute things, or you can say a very minute organisms. This you can observe under the microscope, and the rod-like microbes are nothing but a lactobacillia bacteria. All type of bacteria and blue-green algae are included in the kingdom Monera. Now the kingdom Monera contains the all type of a bacteria, means here the bacteria maybe rod shape, maybe circular shape, maybe spiral shape. That all things we can see here. And also with that we can see the blue-green algae, which all these things can be seen in the microscope, and they are included under the kingdom that is called as a Monera. Now, whenever we see the microorganisms, how to identify that? They are having some characteristics. Characteristics are nothing but are the things by which we can identify a particular organism. The first characteristic is all the organisms are unicellular. In the last lecture I have told you about the unicellular organisms. The unicellular organisms are the organisms which have a single cell in their body. Next comes, they may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. They show two types of modes of nutrition, that is nothing but a autotrophic or heterotrophic. That means some may be autotrophic or some may be heterotrophic. Those who are autotrophic, they prepare their food by their own self, and those who are heterotrophic, they depend on others for their food. The next characteristic is that these are prokaryotic cells without distinct nucleus or cell organelles. They are nothing but the prokaryotic cells. Whenever they are prokaryotic cells, the different characteristics, or you can say the characteristics which it is told, that is nothing but they do not have a distinct nucleus, and they have distinct nucleus, or you can say a cell organelles. The next kingdom that comes is nothing but the protista. Here also you want to do one activity. The activity is prepare a temporary amount of 1 drop of a pound water. You can say here you have to prepare one temporary amount, and temporary amount for that you want to take the water from the pond. And this water you have to place a drop of water onto the glass slide, and you want to observe it under a low power or high power of the microscope. It means that whenever you are observing it under the microscope, you may observe it under the low power or high power. Now, whenever you see this mounting or whenever you see this temporary mount, you see or you will find that there are some microbes which are motile. Motile means they are moving with an irregular shape. Their shape is not distinct or they are not regular. Therefore, they are called as a irregular shaped microorganisms. And these organisms are nothing but amoeba. Characteristics by which we can identify the organisms which are included into the kingdom Protista are single-celled organisms. As they are single-celled organisms, we call them as a unicellular organisms. But they have a definite nucleus. As they have a definite nucleus, we call them as a eukaryotic organisms. We call them as a eukaryotic organisms because they have a nucleus with an nuclear membrane. Next comes, they have pseudopodia. They have pseudopodia or hair-like cilia or whip-like flagella for locomotion. Now, whenever you are considering this, they have pseudopodia. Pseudopodia means what? They have a false feet, which are supposed to be that they are the feet of the amoeba, or hair-like cilia. This type of cilia are present for a locomotion onto the organism. For example, you can say the paramecium or whip-like flagella. Whip-like flagella means चापका सारखा असणारा एक भाग that is present all for locomotion. Now, autotrophs. Whenever you see autotrophs, the protista has two types of modes of nutrition, that is nothing but autotrophs. One is that the protista can prepare their own food, those who are having chloroplast, and those who are not having chloroplast, they are called as a heterotrophic and they can depend on others for their food. Now whenever you consider the autotrophs, the examples are Euglena and volvox. As they contain the chloroplast, they can prepare their own food, because we know that chloroplast is a green pigment which is needed for the process of a food preparation. Next is heterotrophic. These are nothing but amoeba or paramecium. They depend on others for their food. The next kingdom is kingdom number 3, that is nothing but fungi. Here we have to do one of the activity. You have to take a moist piece of a bread. Moist means which is somewhat wet. That piece of a bread you have to take, or you can take a bhakri and keep it in a container with a lid for 2 to 3 days. That means you want to close it in one container and you want to put a lid for 2 to 3 days. After 2 to 3 days, a fine cotton thread like tuft is found growing on the surface of the bread. Whenever you remove the bread or bhakri, you see a tuft like hair growing product which is present on the bhakri, or you can say the bread. Prepare a temporary mount of a few threads from this culture and observe it under the microscope. Whenever you want to do a temporary mount, you remove some of the threads from that tuft and put it onto the cover slide, and then put a thread and put a cover slip on it and observe it under the microscope. Whenever you observe it under the microscope, you see a following type of a fungi. Here you can see the apophysis. Whenever you are seeing the fungi, you can see the apophysis. That is nothing but again a sporangium is present, or you can see a hyphae is present, or the roots like structures which are called as the rhizoids. These are present, or also the sporangiophore is present. The fungi whichever we have taken out from the bhakri, or you can say from the bread, it looks like this in structure whenever you mount it under the microscope. It shows the following characters. Whenever you see the characters, these are nothing but non-green. That means they do not show the green color. They are eukaryotic, means they are having a distinct nucleus in their cell. Heterotrophic organisms means these organisms are depending on others for their food. Most of them are saprotrophic. They feed upon the decaying organic matter. They are also called as a saprotrophic because they are feeding on the decaying organic matter. Their cell wall is made up of tough and complex sugar which is called as a chitin. Whenever you see them under the microscope, you observe the cell, and with the cell you observe the cell wall also. And whenever you observe the cell wall, it looks tough. Tough means very hard. Complex means jati, or you can say gunta guntiche. Sugar-like, which is called as a chitin. Some fungi are thread-like and many nuclei are present in the cytoplasm. Whenever you see the fungi, they look like thread-like, and whenever you observe it under the microscope, you can look that there are many nuclei present, and these nuclei are present with the cytoplasm. Example is nothing but Baker's yeast, Aspergillus and Penicillin.